And good morning on this Friday morning. Let's quickly go over that forecast. It feels like summertime with the scattered thunderstorms. Those pop-up storms, hit or miss. High temperatures today around 83. It's about 65 degrees out there this morning. There is a chance of rain every day, so just keep an eye on those scattered thunderstorms. And literally every day there is a 40% chance or above. But like I said, we didn't see any rain yesterday, so if you have an outdoor event like one we're going to talk about right now, Josh and Brent with me, some Cowboys in here. You know, I've had Cowboys in here before talking about No Fence Church, and where they have Cowboys show up and your comfortable attire, even your hats, and you said a lot of you guys are affiliated, but this is your second annual Day of the Cowboy, Western Heritage Day, and you said how many people, Josh?
Last year we were estimating we had about 5,000 there, so
that's huge.
Yeah, it was a big deal for us and really a good opportunity to, reach the people in our culture, and so it was a fun deal and it was a really good entertainment, and we try to do this event free for the public because we want to draw them people to the place and offer them something that's wholesome and fun, and also preserve the heritage. That there's so many values in the cowboy culture that we want to try to keep there, and that's what the event's mainly about, is the values of the culture and trying to preserve the heritage. And so
this takes place the October 17th and 18th, and tell me where everyone can show up.
The Hartselle Sheriff's Posse grounds. It kind of sits behind Lowe's there in Hartselle, right off of Highway 31. So the 18th is actually the big event.
That's Saturday.
That's on Saturday, and the 17th we'll start. We'll have our youth rodeo finals. We're having a series of youth rodeos right now, and so the kids will come out for a final that night, and then on Saturday, and then after the rodeo finals, we'll have a dance there at the arena, and live band and a dance, and then that Saturday morning we'll start our day off with a chuck wagon breakfast, all the meals prepared over a fire, and so it's a pretty good deal, and then it rolls on throughout the day with several different events happening. So
I'm over here grinning, and Brent's probably wondering why. Just before we came on break, you said Brent was the talker.
Yeah, I know, right? I guess when I get on stage, it just rolls out. I guess that's the preacher in me.
No,
So.
you've done good. Okay, well, I didn't know that. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, Brent, let's give you a chance to talk here. 7 a.m. Saturday morning it starts. Now, that's odd for an event to start so early. What happens at 7 a.m.?
Well, we're feeding you breakfast that morning.
Nice.
So if you get there early that morning, they'll have the chuck wagons out there. They're going to be cooking on the grounds, out there making biscuits and gravy and eggs and bacon, and we went and did an interview with Miss Carol Lynn down at Big Country the other day, and
she said, Miss Carol Lynn.
She said, I'm coming back just for the bacon I got last year. So I tell you what, that's why it starts so early. But there's a lot of things packed into the day, because not only do we start serving breakfast that early, Cowboys get up early. We work from the time the sun comes up till it goes down.
That's real.
So it's a real deal. So, and we're going to have some real working cowboys there that they do this every day of their life. And they're going to be that morning doing a live branding, just like you would see if you went out west or if you went up to the north, where they still do those things that the people used to do around here, but they don't do as much, where cowboy hands come together. There's a couple different people bringing calves in. We're going to drag them to the fire, put the branding iron on them, and do it just like they done it in the old days.
I don't guess you men, have ever seen that wonderful movie Lonesome Dove, have you?
No, we've never watched that.
I love that movie.
Just once or twice.
Like 100.
If it's raining outside, that's what cowboys do. Watch Lonesome Dove.
There might be a little cowboy in there. All right, that's a great movie. You know what you were just talking about the culture and everything, and sometimes it's so difficult to get people to go to church. I don't want to dress up. I just feel tired. But I'd like to go. You guys stay comfortable all the time.
Absolutely.
Just show up.
I get to thinking, people always ask me, where do you go to seminary and all this stuff, and I ask them, well, where did Paul go to seminary, in Scripture, any of the disciples of Jesus. I mean, it's a simple, think about Scripture. If we really want to talk about church this morning, back when we talk about the first church in Acts, they didn't go out and buy a suit before they went to church. They just went to church and gathered together and worshiped.
About what you look
That's right. And so, we still try to do that today. And it's not disrespect or anything, but I feel like that a lot of what was happening in the first church with people being too religious is happening still today, and so it's drove a lot of people out of church. And so our kind of slogan is church for the unchurched, or church for people who's been scared out of church. And we have, God's really blessed our church. In 3 years, we've grown to 300 and some odd people at church. And so,
Wonderful.
It's been a neat deal.
Where is the church located?
It's in Faultville, Alabama, right off of 31, right behind the post office there. You just turn right off of 31, and it's a big barn right there on the left. No offense, it's Cowboy Church. There's a sign out there. It's actually a cell barn that Robert Summerford there in Faultville owns the cell barn, and we lease the place from him and get to have church there. And so it's a really relaxed atmosphere, and it's been a good deal for us. So.
We did good talking, Pastor. All right, what number can people reach you, or if there's a website or anything, they can contact you to find out more information?
NoFencesCC.com.
Okay.
That's
There's also
very
Facebook pages.
Absolutely,
All right.
Facebook. And then also the phone number there at the church, if you need to call somebody, is 256-784-5448. And usually somebody's there, especially right now. We're busy getting ready for this deal.
Good deal.
Also on Sunday, we're going to have church there at the arena.
Okay.
So we won't be at the barn, but we'll be there at the arena. And directly following church, we're going to have a buck out. And so we'll actually have bulls, and we're actually talking about having some miniature horses there to buck out, and
Well, super.
several different things that day.
And what time does that start Sunday?
Church starts at 10, the buck out starts at 12, and it's all free too.
All right. If you need any additional information, you can feel free to email us. I'll pass on some email information or some contact information. That's ztv@jamiecooper.com, or our cell 603-4848. We're going to take a quick break. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be back right after this.
Local and loving